I never considered myself to be a follower. I hated the idea of passively doing what everyone else was doing just because it's considered the norm. I've always admired people who thought outside the box, who did things differently, and who stayed true to who they really are. And yet, when it came to relationships of any kind, I'd somehow always end up doing the complete opposite. I'd fixate on trying to be who I thought others most wanted me to be. I willingly abandoned my own identity and conformed to the preferences, interests, and lifestyles of whomever I was close to. And that's how I ended up as a full-grown adult who didn't even know who I really was. And I thought, how could I be so open-minded and self-reliant, yet at the same time be so dependent on what other people think? How could I have come this far and have done all the right things and still not understand what it means to love myself, or let alone be myself? I felt like I should feel ashamed, like a failure, a lost cause. But deep down, I didn't. Because even though I struggled to understand myself, the one thing I've always understood was creativity, the act of having new ideas and bringing them to life. I've always known that creating art requires evolving and changing in the name of getting closer and closer to expressing your true self. And I knew that so many great artists started off by learning how to be just like their mentors. They learned their craft by following and getting good at measuring up to the expectations of what was considered good art by those around them. But then, once they learned to do everything right in the eyes of others, they realized that they still felt unfulfilled. They didn't quite love their own art. And they knew it was time to break free, to take everything they've learned and to remix it, re-envision it, and recreate it according to their own true self-expression. And so over time, with experimentation, adjusting, and exploring, they created the version of their art that felt the most true and fulfilling to them as the artist. And so I realized that my people-pleasing and me losing myself in relationships was me learning how to be a human in the world. I learned the skills of empathy, of understanding others, and of building an identity according to what I was taught. And now that I've gotten really good at this one style of being myself, it was time for me to start creating my own style of identity for me, where I can choose which beliefs and values and ideals that I want to keep or recreate or replace or completely let go of, where I use my skills of attentiveness and caring to get to know my own core truths and to create an ideal self based on who I truly want to be. And in doing so, I realized that some things felt more right than others, and that I had my own ideas of doing things, and that I just had to give myself permission to be that which is different so I can create myself from my own vision. And so you also have always been doing art. It's just been for your mentors and the people around you. And you've excelled at this craft of self-improvement and personal change. And now you just need to learn how to do it for yourself, so you can create something you love and feel really good about. And that's the secret to self-love, self-respect, and all the good self things. You have to create yourself to your liking, to your own great vision. To be the artist of yourself is to create yourself for you.